Do you think that maybe factors into why maybe the tight end was able to have so much success against you guys the other night?
I mean, it's like, anything in defense, there's always going to be something you're quote unquote, have a weakness to in this coverage or this technique or whatever. But, for me, I just, got to get, I don't think I was very bad. The first one, I just, kind of like gave him too much separation. Gave him too much separation. I overstemmed on it more outside, and then he broke inside. The second one, I just played too aggressive. I didn't absorb him whenever I was trying to make contact. But I just gotta get better, come back in, attack it. Really over this bye week and practice work with my man-to-man. So I'm better. Whenever we start Big 12 play.
Is it nice to have that game under your belt, that tape on that on film going into Big 12 play? Because what kind of offenses you're going to see coming up here in the next few months, right? A lot of over the top offenses are going to want to try to stretch you guys deep.
It's always great. I think it's good, whenever, you go into a game. It's not good to mess up, but, it's good to, get those out the way early in the year so you know what you need to attack in practice, what you need to overemphasize. Because sometimes, when you're into the middle of the week and you're game playing for a certain opponent, there may not be an overemphasis on one particular thing against another, so you may not think about that one particular thing as much. So, it's good to, know I need to work on that.
Curious if you saw anything in training camp, 2 days, preseason practice, whatever, because quarterbacks are so off limits, they're so protected. Did you see anything that indicated that Jalen could do what he's doing besides what he did at Alabama, running the football specifically?
Yeah, definitely. He's really, a guy who's an elite passer and an elite runner. So, going through 2 days, spring ball and all that, we kind of getting to work at the best of both worlds, against a dual threat quarterback and against a guy who can really stretch the field horizontally and vertically. But yeah, everything he's doing, we've seen in fall camp, we've seen, the type of player he is. That's why, he's so well respected throughout the team. He's one of our captains and all that.
Justin was telling me about Tez Wings. What can you tell me about Tez Wings and what's maybe your favorite thing to order there?
Just the wings themselves. That's our spot. That's our go-to spot for a lot of guys on the team. We go there, a couple times a month. Just kind of get a break away from football. Relax. Eat wings. But that's our go-to spot for a lot of guys on the team.
When was the first time you went there?
I say probably like the second month I got here. So like February of last year.
What makes them so good?
I don't know. Whatever they put on it, that's what makes it so good. Well, I guess lemon pepper season, whatever it is.
Mentally knowing hey, I did this, made a play, I'm going to keep doing this, it's going to keep getting better and better.
Of course, and that also got something to do with that. That ties in with the D-line helping us at the same time, them getting penetration, getting help on that, making the QB roll out, you know what I'm saying, getting him out of his comfort zone, and me being man on and being tight on him, that allowed me to make the play at the same time. So we're kind of like helping each other, we're vicing it off with each other. So we help them, they help us.
There's been a lot of guys getting snaps and just sort of guys who were regular starters last year coming in and out. But everyone seems sort of comfortable with sort of, stepping back and letting other guys step in. Is that a culture that Coach Grinch and the rest of his staff has cultivated over the last several months?
Of course, you know what I'm saying. And like he said, if you know what I'm saying, we're going to get people in there who's doing the right thing, who wants to play, who's showing that they can play and stuff like that. So that really helps. That helps, everybody, you know what I'm saying. There's people, you see that you have depth, and there's also people that even if you come out, you got people who can also make plays, and so that really helps the team as well, moving forward, and that's going to help us going forward.
What do you hope to accomplish here in the bye week? Coach Riley made a point to say, hey, it's not an off week, these guys are still working, but what's the goals of
individually or as a team?
As a team.
As a team, we're gonna, there's things we got to work on, and we still got a long ways to go and stuff like that. So we're gonna all, do things like finishing. We got to finish, through 4 quarters and stuff like that. We got to the main thing is put a complete game up, and that's what we're gonna do. try to do that.
Individually.
Individually with me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. You know, with me, I feel like what I gotta do is, become a better tackler. You know what I'm saying? Because that was something that I was so high up on last year. That was something that I could easily do last year and stuff like that. So with me being the one, working on one thing, getting better at that thing. You know what I'm saying? Some things just slip your mind. So it's not like that I don't know how to tackle. It's just that it's just I haven't really just been able to put all that together. But that's something I'm gonna do.
Is that the most disappointing thing for you personally about that game?
Personally, yes, me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm a for sure tackler. I know so for a fact. You can turn on last year's film and everything. You can see that. And so for me, not being able to come up with those tackles and stuff like that's really frustrating. And I'm always bounce back. So I'm gonna bounce back from that.
Sure.
No problem.
Turn from the break and start the Big 12 play. Just how excited are you just to get into conference action?
I'm really excited. There's some big time receivers. And I think about the big time receivers every day. You know what I'm saying? You turn on ESPN and you got some type of receiver from our conference making putting on the show and stuff like that. So that's just really exciting to see. You know what I'm saying? Going against big time receivers and stuff like that. And it's a big test for us. You know what I'm saying? Every game's gonna be a big game for us. Like you seen last year. We won every game by like a point or three. And so it's gonna be really exciting to see what we can do. And seeing all these teams who have improved this year, as you can see, there's a lot of teams who have improved. And man, it's just gonna be a big season for us.
When you look at this, some of the players on the secondary, who stood out to you in these first 3 games that really caught your eye on your squad?
My squad secondary, I really like Jaden Davis. You know what I'm saying? He's a real guy. You know what I'm saying? He's the real deal. I like a lot of people. Not to Jordan Parker. I like everybody. You know what I'm saying? But who's really stood out to me is I gotta say Jaden Davis. He's really performed out. From him being a freshman. You know what I'm saying? He's really stepped up.
It seemed like this last game he really started to show what he can do. Just what's his potential like this? How good can he be?
Sky's the limit for that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's young, but you see what all he can do right now. You know what I'm saying? He learns the game very fast, you know what I'm saying? And, sometimes this game can be very fast for kids who come in that young, but it seems like he's kept up with the speed of the game and stuff like that. So he's going to be a really great kid.
Did you see any indication, because the quarterbacks we all know in practice and two-a-days and whatnot, they're off limits, can't touch them. Mm-hmm. Did you see any indication that Jalen can do what he's doing right now to defenses?
Of course.
He's just embarrassing.
You've seen him from Alabama, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's seen that. He's a really great player. But for him to run like that, man, he looks like he's a running back, you know what I'm saying? You can put him at the running back spot if you wanted to. Man, he has the arm and he has the legs, so I'm not surprised by any of it because he does it in practice as well. So we knew he could do it in the game.
But, not really worried about none of that stuff. And, it is what it is. I'm proud of the way we're playing so far, but definitely harping on being more consistent.
You're in and out a little bit more than you have been in the past. Is that, do you like that? Do you like getting more time to rest?
From a competitive standpoint, I want to play every snap,
sure.
But like I've harped on before, Coach Odom is a great coach, guy that I really can trust, and he really just trying to make sure that when we get towards the end of the year, I'm not I think going into the Orange Bowl last year I was at like 960 something snaps, going into this the bowl game. So just trying to just steal a few snaps here and there, just to, keep a little bit off my legs. With the group that we have now, we have the ability to do that. Everybody can really play. Everybody can come in and play. So. It's been good, really, just trusting him and trusting what he wants to do, and just knowing that, he has my best interest, in sight. So, that's really what it's been, having fun. So, just excited to continue to build, really excited to just continue to, go out there and try to put, a dominant performance on tape.
Does it feel different game to game? Or is that something that you think that you'll feel at the end?
What do you mean?
Like playing a little bit less. Like, do you feel differently, like at the end of the game?
Well, to be honest, I feel like going into this year, I feel a whole lot different than what I did last year, just because of the way I attacked the off season. But definitely, these first 3 games have kind of been different because we really haven't played necessarily a full game yet. Really haven't had a really tight 4-quarter battle game. And during those situations, obviously Coach Odom is, he's going to want to keep me in those situations. But it's been a blessing to be, in the situation that we've been in the first 3 weeks. Playing the ball that we've been playing, being able to build the way we've been able to build, and also be able to play a lot of guys. So, definitely, that's the route. If I had to choose every week, how it would be, it'd be like that because everybody gets to play. That means that we're playing great ball on defense. We're going out there and doing what we need to do. So, end of the day, it's never about me. It's about the defense. Being a leader of this defense. I care about how this defense performs. I care about what we put on tape, and so that's what I'm gonna continue to harp on. It's not gonna matter about any amount of tackles, any amount of sacks or anything like that. Because I know at the end of the day, if I just do my job, everything will come. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter about stats. It matters about how the defense performs.
Honestly, I'm most proud about my brothers getting their opportunity and being able to showcase their talent on the field.
Kerry Cooks comes back next weekend.
Yeah.
What do you remember most about him? I know he recruited you.
Yeah.
He's your lead recruiter and everything. What do you remember most about Kerry Cooks?
Just a stand-up guy, solid individual. He's a guy that he's a leader. So I'm glad to see him when he gets back.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean to you? As a coach, your guy gave you a chance.
Yeah, he gave me a chance. He gave me an opportunity to showcase my skill, to showcase my talent at the next level. So all love for him and his family.
What was the experience like for you Saturday playing out there? I saw probably 30 or 40 people waiting for you after the game.
Yeah, great experience, man. I got to see a lot of my family members. Got to see my mom, my pops. I just got to see really everybody. Got to play as if it was like a high school Pop Warner game almost, the atmosphere at least. So it was a great experience.
Is it kind of a full circle moment maybe for you for all you kind of been through to be able to come back and play like that?
Yeah, it's just a moment that I will forever, a day that I will forever cherish and forever remember for the rest of my life. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
I definitely could say we defensive players, we can walk around campus with our head a little high more, even though we haven't completely like that finished our task, but I definitely feel like as a defense, we just like in better spirits, we've been playing well, but we also know that we haven't really done nothing yet, like nothing big yet, so we definitely got that chip on our shoulder to keep working and still prove people we're a good defense.
Was that the weirdest game you've ever been a part of?
Yeah, it kind of was. It was like a home game away, so but it was definitely good to see how many fans we had come out and support us. Them that showing
No,
love.
I mean the Army game last year, Ronnie. I'm sorry. But that game, when you were on the field all night.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird game. They probably used like the whole quarter, the whole second quarter. I think I remember they used like the whole second quarter. So it was definitely a weird game for us playing so many snaps and then going against that type of offense. That's what they live. That's what they live. So we only had a week to prepare for it, which was kind of hard.
The mindset when you're 3 yards, you feel like you're stopping them, but you're really not because they're going to go for it on fourth down. What is that like on the defensive side of the ball mentally?
It's just it's kind of frustrating, but at the same time, you can't really get frustrated with it. You just got to keep trusting the process and keep playing. So I feel like that's what we was trying to do last year when we played them. Is keep trusting the process, keep trusting what our coaches is telling us to do.
You mentioned Michael Thompson is a baller. Mm-hmm. Last year we asked CD who would be the starting 5 basketball team off the squad. This year I'm putting it to you. Who would you pick for the starting 5?
I got to be on the team.
If you want to be on the team.
I ain't gonna say I'm the best, but I'm gonna put myself at point guard.
There you go. Okay.
I'll put myself on there. So I'll probably say me. I'll take Trey Norwood, CD, Isaiah Thomas, Big Mike. What's that, 5? That's the 5. That's 4? Yeah. So I'll probably take all of us.
Who's the 6th man?
See, the 6th man, he probably better than me, but I don't want to hear this. So if I wasn't on the team, I'd probably put Big Mo, Marquise Hayes. He's athletic. He's a big athletic.
Sounds like you got a bunch of 4s. I don't think you guys can play positionless basketball.
We just gonna give CD the ball and let him work. We getting the boards.
Having played last year kind of early as a freshman, what have you made of Jaden Davis so far and what he's done through his first few games?
I could definitely see like some of myself mentality-wise, the way he playing right now as a freshman. He playing big snaps for us. His role has grew as the season went on. So I definitely I'm happy for him the way he playing. Hopefully he can keep building on it and continue to get better and better. My advice to him would probably be don't get complacent where you at because you always gotta keep getting better. You could be good as a freshman, but you could be average as a sophomore. So don't ever lose that edge to get better.
You talked about, you keep saying young guys, but you're only a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes to show how much you played last year, but What has that transition been like from being a young buck to you have to be a leader, even if a guy's a junior coming in from junior college?
I mean, it's definitely something that was different, but I'm very throughout the spring. I just had to tell myself like I'm not the freshman no more. I can't be making freshman mistakes. And like with some of the freshmen who came in, like I can see a lot of this stuff I was making mistakes on that they was. So I just try to coach them up. I was doing it like this. So I try to tell them like you should try to fix this and this will help you. So I just try to like give the freshmen as much advice as I can, just about the game, anything like mentality, whatever they want advice on. You know, I try to do my best to help them.
Coach Grinch said that he's a TFL freak. Those are his words. What is that like to play for a coach who demands of you that you get in the backfield and you chase guys and make plays?
I mean, it's definitely. I love how Coach Grinch hold everybody to a certain standard. And like if you're not hitting that standard, there's no excuse why you're not. It's either you're hitting the standard or you're not. So I mean, I love how he hold us accountable. You know, he definitely want us playing in the backfield the way he designed the defense and for us to play in the backfield. So we need to do all we can to play in the backfield, get those TFLs that he need us to get sacks and also.
Feel like it's been good so far. 3 games.
I feel like it's been. I feel like it's been great. You know, could be better. You know, nothing ever perfect. Could be better, but throughout these first 3 games, I feel like we've been doing a good job of getting in the backfield because I have it.